in general, I'm a bit over-indexed in champ mastery. So when someone has like better champ mastery, I get crushed. And then also in general, I feel like with my ability usage in lane is sometimes wrong, which results in me giving up space in the lane. And also just maybe in general that it feels a bit like rushed. Or also I would like walk up when spells are on cooldown or things like that, which then also goes a bit into like not valuing my life enough. The general feeling I've had or pattern I've seen within the past couple of games.
Okay, great. Let's break it down. Let's have a crack. I see that you're trying to be insanely intentional with timing on last hits. That's very good. I like that a lot. Are you aware what Ari's W cooldown is?
No, not by heart now.
Okay, so one thing I see is that you're sometimes, whenever her W is still on cooldown, you're a little bit too scared. And I think a very similar position is what happens here, right? Ari just used her Q and her W, and look what you do. You're scared.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? So this is your time to walk up aggressively, push her away from this creep massively, and if she decides to not respect it, that's when we throw our combo. We could even look for an E into Q in this position, because of the fact that we can just walk up at her, simply. Okay? So I think that the key thing that I see is you're not using enemy cooldowns. You're here as well, she has no Q. You should be walking forward after these minions, so you can trade back at her and use your own cooldowns.
Yeah, yeah. Because then by the time I would even arrive at her, she already has the cooldowns back, yeah.
Yes. Okay, I like that you try here, right? It's good that we're trying. The window just wasn't optimal here. Okay. Yeah, you're so defensive, Oscar. What happened to you, man?
Well,
did you get a girlfriend?
No, I've had one from as long as you've known me, but I don't know. I think it's that usually I know that I can win the game in the mid game, so I don't try too much. I just try to survive the lanes oftentimes. And especially when I'm noticing that this person is like really trying to punish my cooldown, I'm like, oh, okay, this person knows lane. Let me just chill. But then that results in me getting punished even more.
Yeah, dude, you're getting completely gapped by your own thoughts here. It's like overthinking problems here. What we're seeing. Look what she just did. She just used her charm. She just used her Q. Right? Don't be shy. Like, yeah, exactly. There we fucking go. This is super worth for you. You got a passive stack. Really nice. Exactly. And we don't mind like trading a bit, right? We have insane wave clear as Syndra. We have TP. We can reset whenever we want. Like, we are full chilling. It's okay there's no crazy kill threat on her side. Okay, very interesting position here. How fucking funny is that? Yeah, look, classic, because this is a position where, of course, both junglers have a gank timer. They looked mid because of UA state, of course. Nothing too special. I want to just show you a bit of an example of how I'm laning in comparison. You see that I'm actually actively trying to like bait out spells here. You see into this way, I step up, and I'm trying to like fake him out. You see how far I'm pushing him away without him having Q up?
Yeah.
Great stuff. And because of that, I create opportunities where he can't really hit the wave. And even though that his champ has more wave clear than mine, I'm in a spot where I can now just hit him. I'm not even scared to get hit occasionally. I don't mind that too much, because I can just grab wave control of it. Dodge out on the spell. And I'm immediately, when I get my E up, going to be in a spot where I'm going to pressure him. Trying to bait out the spells here. I'm actively trying to bait it out too, so that I can create those opportunities. My entire mental stack's based upon that. Massive difference in lane power. I think I got a Syndra vault from today as well, where I also show that. Bait out a Q. See how I'm baiting this out?
I don't see how you bait it.
Ah. You don't see how I'm baiting it?
Like because there's not a single minion that you're gonna last hit or anything. So
okay, that's such a good question. Okay, why am I baiting this? Right? The way I'm baiting this is by stepping into his range and acting as if I'm gonna trade on him. That's what I'm doing.
Okay. So he's not looking for a trading window based on like the minion or anything.
Yeah.
He's just like, oh, he's in my proximity. Let me throw shit.
And he feels scared because I'm actually stepping in his ranges. And I'm acting as if I'm actually going to throw my own spells.
Okay. But it's not like... Oh, no, never mind. I was going to say, it's not like he thinks that you're going to deny the melee minion and then, like, throws it or anything.
He probably thinks I'm going to contest him on this creep. And he's like, oh, I can AoE it.
Okay, like that.
Yeah.
I see.
And now his spells are gone. And now I'm going to step up. I'm going to actually contest him on this one. Bam. Because I baited out his W, completely winning trade.
I see. So you're not necessarily like... So I feel like I'm oftentimes trying to trade on every single like minion window or whatever.
Yeah.
But what you're saying is like, oh, I want to do that, but I also... It's even better if first I can try and get the abilities out of the enemy, and then afterwards, then now I have 7 seconds or whatever, how long it is, to punish him on every single minion for 7 seconds.
Yeah, and I'm gonna share a really big secret here. Every player below Grandmaster, and I'm not joking, right, will get baited by good movement easily. And this is one of the reasons why if I climb right through lower ranks, it's just so easy. Laning is not even challenging by any means because I bait out one spell and they lose the lane immediately.
Yeah, but you're over-indexed in the lane for many years, huh?
Yeah, I am. That's why I'm so good at baiting out spells. Yeah. That's right. Right. And that builds so much pressure. And what I'm seeing is that you're being too fancy on trying to punish on last hits. And that is great that you're trying to do that, and absolutely correct. But it's so much more complicated. And that's generally why I don't like... It's good to punish on last hits, but those trading windows and stuff, don't bother with that shit until like master tier. Right?
Okay.
Just abuse the enemies when they have no cooldowns. Try to get up lane control, bait out a spell here and there, and you're going to have insane effect with it. I think I can show you another good example. I love examples, dude.
By the way, I like the addition of now having the camera in the coaching sessions.
It's good, huh?
Yeah, it's really nice. It feels a lot more personal.
It is, absolutely. Bait out her Q, and now I can just step past the wave. Okay, and because she's so far away, she's now forced to EQ that cannon.
Mm-hmm. And how much of it is like you just feeling like, oh, it's on cooldown, and how much is like you being like, okay, her Q is 7 seconds, her W is 10? Like,
it's a combination. A big part is the feeling, but the way that I go about it is that it partially is feeling, but it's also sometimes I compare it to my own cooldowns. If I'm playing a very short cooldown matchup like Xin or Orianna, where both Qs are 7 seconds, I compare it to my own cooldowns. If I know that Ori's used Q, and I then use my Q a second or two later, I know that her comes up before mine, so I need to back off.
Okay. I think I do that with LeBlanc, with like timing her W based on my E, but that's more in the defensive mindset. That's not in the aggressive mindset. But I see how it's also very useful in the aggressive mindset.
Absolutely. You see right here, I'm just trying to dodge out on her spells. I see her click, I move to the side, I get a good trade. Very intentionally, constantly thinking. I'm not even thinking that much about the minions. I'm more thinking about how can I bait out her spells. That's where my mindset's at, because it gives me such a big opportunity where I can completely control the lane.
Yeah, I'm trying to like look at it from the perspective of how do you even know she's gonna throw that?
I'm looking at her character here. No E, she's gonna get chased down. See how I'm looking at her character? And the moment I see action, that's when I click diagonally. So the key to baiting out spells... Okay, I'm going to make a shocker statement for everyone here. Baiting out spells, there's two keys to it. Number one, you need to look at the enemy character and anticipate that it's going to happen. Anticipate them throwing the spell at all costs. And you got to look at the visual cues. Okay? And then the moment you see a visual cue, what do? You click diagonally. I think diagonally is the right word. It's like polar opposite. Okay, so let's look at how
perpendicular.
Perpendicular. I think that's the right one. Yeah. So if this is the RE spell, right? You click in this line. Okay. So let's look at how I do it here. You see, I see her animation, and immediately my mouse is directly perpendicular towards her character.
I see. So when their abilities are up, most of your mental stack is on knowing, okay, she's gonna try and E at me, so I'm gonna walk straight. So then she's like, oh, this dumbass is walking straight. I'm gonna throw my abilities.
Yeah.
And at that point, because your entire mental stack is not on how am I gonna hit her, it's on how am I gonna bait her abilities so that then I can hit her.
Yeah.
You dodge it out. She's like, what the fuck, this guy is a god. And then you just throw all your abilities. Because
Complete
she
lane
has
control.
nothing.
Complete lane control. Total domination. See how I'm baiting it out here? I see her animation immediately to the right. Yeah, I intentionally already try to like fake up my movement. I see her animation immediately to the right.
Yeah. Yeah, that's just not on my mental stack.
That's okay, man. I can see it because of how you traded in the early game with your cooldowns. Your spell usage is not the problem. It's more that you don't understand how the enemy cooldowns work. You lost lane control, you lost push. And when you lose push, it is already just way harder to just land your spells. Right?
I see.
That's just the truth. Because you got so many minions to think about. And it's just harder to then focus on actually hitting Yari. So this is, for example, a perfect time to like bait out the spell here. You got space in the lane. She needs to run into you. Right? And unfortunately, we use our spells like that because there's no reason right now to use your spells like this. You can just chill here. You got lane control.
Yeah.
All you need to do is just kill this creep normally. Then she needs to kill this minion. And now it's the time to then hit her.
Yeah. I was like, oh, I can do a value WQ there to hit her plus the minions, and then I will have push and have hit her. But I guess then I have cooldowns, so then I see, like, give her space in the lane, and then she can just push normally.
Correct. Yeah.
I see.
So she just used the charm here, right? Look at this.
Yeah.
Great. You baited out the charm. Forward. No W, no charm. Right? You
get your spells and I'm like, I have cooldowns. Yeah.
Correct. So this was your time here to get a little bit of pressure space because there was nothing that she could do. She could Q you maybe, but of course, if you get the rest of your spells and you hit that on her, it's worth for you. So what it looks like to me, right, is that you are too disengaged from the lane. Disengaged from the lane. And I don't think it has anything to do with champion mastery, by the way. This is just where your mental stacks, what you're trying to do. This is your mindset here.
Yeah, but it's like there's other lanes where I just completely demolish the lane opponent.
Okay.
Where I'm constantly in the front of the lane, but then there's just people that get so much like pressure on me.
Right.
And then I'm like, oh, okay, I'll back off the throttle and just like chill and neutralize or
Next time, go in with the mindset to just lose the lane like a man.
Okay.
Just lose the lane. And the moment you're like 0-3 and you're like, well, I've tried enough. That's where you just stop and you try to minimize. You still try to win the game, right? We're not going to run it down. But we're initially going to try to contest. We're not giving up control for free.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Because I'm going to be honest, your game is fucking cooked from this point, mate.
Yeah.
It's cooked. It's completely cooked. And that's fine.
I am aware. In the 315, so.
315?
Yeah.
That's impressive. That's fucking impressive.
My nephew was 15-4, so it was equal.
Did you win?
No, I lost.
Okay.
That's what I said. Like, I'm 100% certain this is my fault.
I like that, dude. I love your mindset. That's amazing. Okay. The one thing I'm curious of is our spell usage in the late lane, right? Before we go into the learning objective, I want to see what we do here. Because this is also a position where you can still contest. But you got to do it in such a way that's like, it's subtle. Subtle. That's the right word. Okay, this is nice. Push out. Nice, we get a pick. Beautiful. We reset. Come back with boots. Fantastic buy. Let's see what we do here. But this is all about spell usage here. Okay, walk me through this queue here.
Did you say why?
Yeah, why did you queue this here?
I wanted to have a queue out on the field already to play around, and then also generate some push.
Okay, great. So what does pushing in this specific state allow you to do?
Nothing much. Put pressure on her.
Okay. Why? Because the next wave's coming in, right? So pushing this wave doesn't matter. You might just get your wave stuck right there instead of right here.
Okay.
So this is a wave that you don't want to touch, unless you can get a great opportunity. So I think this queue should go right here instead of right here.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. Now, let's see what we do on this particular wave state. This is where we put a Q, and it's totally fine to play for push. So in this position, I would probably Q the melees here first. I would wait with QEing. You got to stand outside of the wave so you don't get hit by Ari. So you're going to stay diagonally opposite towards her because your range is longer than her. You don't want to contest her on the same side.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Why you want to position the other way around?
Yeah, you've explained that one before.
Okay, good. So this is where we position right now, also with our vision. Then we just place a Q in the middle. And if she decides to Q the wave, great. Then she has no Q. Then we can step up. We can get a nice little passive stack. So let's go back to my Cinderella here. Let's take a look at what I do in the later part of the lane, the moment I get my Q upgrade. So here I got my Q upgrade. You see that I stand diagonally from the Talia. So this is where I'm standing, not right here, because then she opens up for free Q. I place my Q, in this case on the casters, right? There's a new wave. And then I try to like combine that with an extra Q just to get a good position. I'm taking it slow. I want to do it at the end of the wave so that if the wave then dies, there is then no way that she can hit me back in return when my cooldowns are down. So you want to always use your E at the end of the wave.
Yeah, so your E cooldown does not get punished, essentially.
Yeah, basically, correct.
Okay.
That's right. So new position here. Bait out a spell. Unfortunately, I get complacent. Place down my Q. And just QE at the end. Very easy. Free stack. Every wave, free stack. Next wave, do the exact same thing. I place down a Q. In this case, I miss because I'm fucking on land the spell. That's fine. Good try. And we just constantly exact same pattern. Rinse and repeat. Exact same pattern. It's very structured. I'm going to upload this one to the website as well. That video. It's a live commentary. Curtis has to do it, so probably a day or two is when you get it.
Right.
To be specific for you, right? What I think we're going to need to do is we're going to need to look a little bit more at abusing enemy cooldowns, okay? Baiting out spells is like the next level of this, but I don't think that's too important just yet. I think what we're going to really need to look at is when an enemy uses their cooldown, maybe because you were good enough to bait it out or because they just fucking made a mistake. There's a lot of mistakes being made. We need to just punish them. So what I want you to do before the game, pre-game, I need you to look up the enemy cooldowns from the champion that you're versing and remind them in your head. And every time that they use a cooldown and you get your cooldowns up, then I want you to step up forward and be happy to contest and trade. Okay. And if you fuck up the trade, no problem. You can learn from it.
Okay. And do you do this in like every matchup, or is it like, for example, with an assassin matchup or something? Yeah. Do you not like? I feel like the mindset there is different from when it's mage versus mage.
Okay. I'm playing Victor vs. Kata. I am 0-2 because I fucking ran it down in the other game. Okay? I'm 0-2. Does that mean I'm now playing like a bitch? Absolutely not. I'm still contesting this guy. Because if I don't, what's Kata going to do? We both know that she's going to start roaming around the map, right?
Yeah.
So right now, I'm just trying to play a different minigame in can I keep this Kata interested in the lane without her exploding the rest of the map?
Yeah.
And I'm just trying to trade with her. And just very 100 to 0 oriented trades. Small wins trades.
Yeah.
And this allows me to get a bit of control. Even though I'm 0-2, I'm behind the shit, full level down on this guy. Completely full level down. I manage my wave in such a way I don't die, I can never get all in, and I'm slow to chip away their health bar.
Yeah, I find it... I always find it weird when I watch the higher elo and I just see like you take up so much space in the lane, and I'm like, I always feel like if I'm standing there, I just get shafted. Like they turn on me and I die.
Right.
So... But then when I see you walk on the melee minions, I'm like, oh, what do you mean you can stand on the melee minions? Like,
right. So let's see how I do that. Right? Is I look at where she's throwing her dagger. I'm dodging out from the dagger, and I know if I have Q, I've just upgraded my Q. Right? I can kind of stat check her. And even if I trade even right now, it's worth for me because I want to prevent her from doing shit on the map. So if I can just trade and isolate the lane like this, my team will just automatically carry me over the finish line.
Yeah.
Make sense?
Yeah, I guess your like priorities shift in a way. It's like I don't know how to.
Yeah, I mean, look, if you're ahead,
you
want to have as much action around you because you're stronger than your lane opponent, which means that you have a higher chance of winning fights. If you're behind, you want to prevent him from going to these fights and winning them by isolating the lane and, for example, dropping your ult onto them.
Yeah. So it's kind of like as long as they're on my screen, I'm winning.
Yeah, absolutely.
I see.
That's right. That's you doing your part. And sometimes that backfires. Like sometimes I try to do that. I think I'm like taking good fucking trade. And then what happens, I get completely one-shot. right? And I'm like, all right, well, I guess I didn't properly assess Katarina's damage. And I'm like,
Yeah.
sure.
This looks like my experience.
Yeah, that sometimes happens, right? Just learn from him. Yes. So pre-game, look at the cooldowns during the game. Try to punish them and try to trade or at least get lane control. Push them away from the minions so that you can get access through the wave. Okay? That's the key. So right here, she's not allowed to just CS this creep. Push her away. Push her away. Push her away. She's got no cooldown.
Yeah.
And your entire mind, I want you to just be tracking the cooldowns. If you get ganked by the enemy jungle, doesn't matter. Okay?
Okay.
Just keep these cooldowns in mind. And if you think that you are in a favorable cooldown position, try to trade. In the review, post-game, I want you to review the trades that went badly.
Okay.
And then just look at your spell usage. Look at if you maybe misread a cooldown or didn't quite understand the exact cooldown of the spell. And then you can get specific and figure out why it really happened. And then you can reverse engineer it and build pattern recognition. So in future games, you're going to prevent that from happening.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
That's it, man. Any other questions?
I see. Not immediately, I think.
Okay. If you do, just hit me up. All right.
Yeah, will do. I know where to find you.
You do. Yeah, you do. Yeah.
You make it sound like I message you every day, bro.
Not anymore.
That's true.
Oh, that's funny.
No, wonderful. Thank you so much for your time.
No problem.
I'll chat to you later.
Good session.
Bye.
Good luck.
Yeah, so I like 3 laning phases where I think I struggle a lot. This is a scrim game in like Master Plus, I think. Like I learned mid lane through Kiana.
Okay.
I got mid master-ish playing her, like winning lane and then just snowballing.
Okay.
Now I'm in a team, so I kind of have to learn the mages. I feel like my mid and late game are like really good. I like know champion identity and shit, but I'm just playing against such higher like level of laners that I start the game off behind, I feel like.
Okay, very good. So you want to break down your lane, huh?
Yes. I want to like if I can go even, I can snowball in the mid game, but I want to kind of like win and hard stomp, you know?
Okay, good. What rank are you? You GM?
No, I was 750 LP last split, but that was like kind of cooked LP gains.
Okay.
So like halfway to GM.
Okay, very good. And how many games have you played on like the likes of Orianna?
Orianna, I had like 50 or 60 games last year.
50 or 60
like in
games.
the span of 2 months, I think.
Since you're already like quite up there, right? True master. I'm not going to go easy on you, even though it's your first session, right?
Yes, I like it.
That's good. Let's just start with your hypothesis in the lane. What did you want to do? And the goal from this session is just see what your level laning at and give you a nice little learning objective, just like we did with Oscar, okay?
Okay, like this lane, I've played it from both sides. I feel like I lose on both sides, which is not good.
Okay, not ideal, huh?
It's not looking too great. But yeah, so I've seen a lot of Orianna players like put their ball down first, and I feel like I'm just zoned like out of the lane, or like I have to like hyper space out the ball and then have like a small window to farm, you know?
Okay.
So I'm trying to replicate that and like punishing last hits and just getting pressure overall in the lane.
Okay, good. Let's see what we do. So this is actually quite a good matchup for Orianna in the early game because of the fact that she's got a little bit more of the raw damage. So let's take a look at this position here, right? The main thing that we're going to try to do is grab a push in a control match versus control matchup, because push is going to allow you to have your minion already CS'd. The enemy then needs to CS their creep, and it's going to make it easier for us to then create that trading window and throw your spells on their last hits, right? Great. So that's at a high level basically what we're trying to do. So I really like your first start here. This is fantastic. You skill check her with that Q. Beautiful. You're out attacking these minions. She's not punishing your cooldown. This is absolutely fantastic. And what we identify is that she now needs to CS this creep real soon. So because of the fact that Orianna's ball, right, is so stationary, what most opponents will do is that they're going to walk from side to side of the lane to make it harder for you to hit your ball, right? So you want to have your ball ideally placed towards the center of the lane so you can attack both sides, right? To make it easier, because this takes a really long time to go. It's easy for them to dodge. Now, if this ball is in this position and she is ducking all the way down to fucking Antarctica, right? We can just pick up the ball, move to the center of the lane, and then contest her on the minion through the center.
Ah, okay.
Make sense?
But I can only do that with push, though, right?
You can do that if they let you.
Okay.
Some might let you, some might not let you. Because she's ducking away so far, like she's super scared, you just pick it up. And this would have, for example, then been, if you have your ball on yourself, right? You can literally stand right here.
Yeah. I noticed that too late, and also in the VOD review. But
That's okay.
I need to get the concept like in my head.
Okay, you want to attack for level 2. Nice. Nice try. I think you threw it out a little bit too fast. You weren't in a hurry
Just
there.
like stand there or like zoner.
Yeah. Let her move towards you. And the moment she tries to move towards you to contest the creep, that's when we actually throw a spell. If she doesn't move up, just hold it, because then she just misses the creep for free, and we can do it on the next creep as well. Anyway.
Okay.
Okay. This is not your time to trade right here, because you've got this minion to last hit. Okay? So every single minion is a bit of a dance. Every minion is going to get contested. And the way you want to view this minion, this is an opportunity for you as well, because you want to also CS this creep, but you know that she wants to potentially trade onto you. So you can use this minion to bait out her spells, and then if she baits it out and you still get the creep, that's when she's fucked, because then she's going to need to farm these next minions. You can just zone her off and step up far and deep in the lane.
Yeah, I think I had like a crooked image of that play in mind, where I like go on a small trade on her, like before the minion is dying, to bait out spells to get last hit and then pressure.
Okay.
But that's maybe not optimal.
I would be careful with my own spells, because the idea is that you want to let the enemies run towards you if possible, rather than you running towards them. Because if someone's clicking into you, what happens is that they're basically moving into your ranges. While if you're clicking into them, they can move away from your ranges while you're moving in their ranges. So it's easier for them to land their spells. Okay. Hence is why as a control mage in the mid game, you want to be first at play, so you let the enemies run towards you, because your spells have like artificial longer range, basically. Make sense?
Yes.
Good.
Yeah.
So if you want to punish on this minion, right, you need to stand in a position where you can hit her. She cannot CS the creep for free, but you can also not get AoE'd by her spells. So your positioning here, in my opinion, is slightly too defensive, because we know she has no E, and it's slightly too close to this minion. So you want to view it from a range of this, where she can stand and Q the creep, right? So that means that we want to stand right here, a little bit more up. So a little bit more right here. So she can never Q us. There's no range for her to Q us and a minion. And we can then hit her if she tries.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Great. Not bad, though. You could have stepped up there, right? Because she still has no E. She just used a Q. But you could potentially out-attack her onto that minion. Now, I like that. That was a good play. Yep, I like this ball. Really good. Bit unfortunate that we have to drag it back with the E. Because your ball, look at where your ball's placed right now, right? Center of the lane.
Yeah, it's so much pressure if I keep it there.
So much pressure, yeah. So fucking hard for her to play if that ball stays right there. It's already closer, and then she gets completely blasted on the cannon, or she's forced to use her spells on the cannon, which means that if she uses a spell on the cannon, we can then contest her on these.
Okay.
Fun little game, huh?
Yeah. I'm starting to understand it a bit.
Very good. So let's talk about high-level mindset. What are we trying to do in the lane? Okay. The goal of the lane is to A, get as strong as possible yourself, and B, deny the enemies as much as possible. Minions. It's all about these resources.
After base.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Item leads. That's right. Because these item leads will eventually make you stronger, allow you to stat check people, or just win the fights because you're stronger, right? The reason we trade, right, and there's a reason why it's called trading instead of fighting, is because we trade a resource for a resource, a minion for HP, right? Otherwise, it would be, if there would be no minions, laning wouldn't exist because that would just sit on the tower, right? So that's why we trade to get lane control. And lane control, we use that then to deny enemies last hits, pressure them of their creeps, and build an advantage. Great. So you will never be able to pressure onto this minion simply because the fact that you're too far away from it. View this minion, right? She can CS this minion from this entire circle. So if you want to CS her on this creep, and you're going to walk up like this, she can just move into this direction and just keep you at bay. It's too late. Exactly. So if you want to CS this creep, you need to already be standing right here, but it's not possible because then you might risk, right, getting in this awkward position with these minions here. It's hard. It's very close to her turret.
So I should just like not trade on this timer, or
correct. We can maybe fake that we act as if we're going to trade, and then we don't actually trade, and maybe she throws out her spell and then gets like scared.
Okay.
All right. You're starting to see it a little bit better, right?
Yeah. I see it.
Very nice. Oh, okay. You hard push the wave, which is like fine, right? It's totally fine to hard push and reset. I'm just curious why this was your intention. Why did you hard push this wave and reset?
I'm not entirely sure. I think I was just going for like a tempo thing. I saw my Nocturne base and I went to the base as well. And then beyond this, like at least with a tier and refill or something.
Okay.
When he's out of base, so we can like stay on the map a bit longer.
So who's lane control right now?
Me.
You, exactly. So if this lane continues, you're winning, right? Because if both of us reset, it's going to be advantageous for the Syndra because she's in a more shitter position than you are, right? So because both of us are running TP in this case, none of us are going to miss any creeps. So you can't trap her in a reset right now. So you want to extend this lane position as much as possible because you can deny her more minions than she can to you because you're stronger right now. If any action happens on the map, you win because you're stronger right now. You're in full lane control. And if you reset before her, yes, you'll get next move on the next wave and you get first prio. Great, you're already going to get that because you're already with Syndra at this point in the game. But the downside is that you don't have an advantage over her because she has just as many creeps as you do. So in this case, with both of you guys having TP up, you want to let her base first. You can then sneak an extra wave, might get an item advantage on the wave after that, and then reset and use that item advantage to then turn it into lane control again.
Okay. I think I watched like the recall timers video from either you or like Shock Coach.
Correct.
And I was like trying the base first because of the season 16 changes.
Correct.
But I think that nullifies if she has teleport.
Correct.
And then this means okay. I think it makes sense.
If you're running Ghost and you can't and you don't have TP, you must reset for sure. Because otherwise she's just going to fucking base on you and then she's going to get lane control and you're stuck in lane. Because she's running TP then. Right? If she's running no TP and she's running Ghost and you push her in and then you reset, then she's not going to be on time to catch the entire wave while you are. So you reset trap her and deny her creeps with it. So those are your options.
Yeah.
But with double TP, it's generally better to stay a little bit longer, get that extra wave in so you can get an item advantage.
I think this was like a big mistake then because she was like even in items after the base and then I like lost the trade and she got like prio for dragon. So I can definitely improve on that one. There are other laning phases where I had like other problems in this video as well. Okay. I don't know how much time I have. So
let's just have a crack at another one here.
Yeah. The middle one was I was winning LeBlanc. I had like a favorable lane state, I feel like.
Okay.
But I like couldn't like do much with it. I couldn't like get an item lead or like didn't.
Okay. So this is an interesting
LeBlanc is kind of a problem for me,
Because you are not supposed to get like a massive lead, okay? Whenever you play versus LeBlanc, be okay with going even. Matter of fact, if you go even, it's good because you should actually kind of go behind because LeBlanc is one of the strongest laners in the game. Right? So this is totally fine. The position you're currently in is winning. If you go even versus LeBlanc, you're winning. So this is great.
So I don't like need to do anything specifically.
The slower the game is, the better it's going to be for you. Because you win later down the line. There's going to be a point where LeBlanc gets piss useless. And it's really hard for her to win the game. Gem's too hard. Single target, you got an AoE, you got point and clicks. Way harder for LeBlanc. You're a good teammate, dude. Look at you moving, sacrificing your entire wave here. I want you as my teammate. Where can I sign you? You can be my support.
Support?
Yeah, man. When you play like this, you can be my support, man. I'm joking with you. I'm joking with you.
I'm like, also, this is a bad habit from playing Kiana and Talon. Like, I want the chaos, but like on control matches, I feel like steadily go behind.
You can't play stuff like this. You got no dashes, long cooldowns. You don't really want to fight early. You just want to play controlled around neutral objectives, let the enemies come in, control choke points, and be first at plays. Okay. If you're not first and the enemies aren't running to you, it's just hard to play. You can play occasionally, but it's just hard. So this specific condition, have you ever been on an airplane?
Yes.
Okay, so you know at the start of the airplane, there's like these employees that give this speech about if the pressure drops, then there's oxygen masks falling from the ceiling, right?
Yeah.
Okay, great. What do they say there? Always help yourself before you help your children. You're currently not in a position where you helped yourself. You started helping your children first because the wave is still here. And you are just losing your bleeding CS here. Your wave's not invincible.
Okay, wait. If you can summarize control mages, like
yes,
is it just get lane advantage and then be first on objective? Is that like it?
Yeah, that's the simplest way to say it.
Okay,
correct.
So
easy, huh?
Yeah, kinda. I just have to like focus on that a lot when I pick it. Then
yeah,
I feel like I don't know. These sidelines are also kind of cooked, but that's for another time.
What did you say?
The sidelines on the mages. Like when I have TP, I want to sideline, but that's like so risky sometimes.
It's different. It's different. You got to also think about these neutral objectives all the time. You got to move a little bit more. You can't really pressure heavily through side. It's a little bit more move heavy. That's correct. But we'll get to that.
Yeah. So this is like actually winning lane if I go even. Okay. So the next clip is also against LeBlanc. Yeah.
Okay.
I think there I lose lane or like lost a lead. Like I had a lead and then lost. I didn't go like even.
Okay. This is quite good. Gotta make sure to always tether LeBlanc's W. This is never a winning trade. She beats you really hard if she lands her W with Electrocute. And if you trade even with LeBlanc, it's winning for her because she has burst damage while you do not.
Okay. I felt like that was a decent trade because she was in my minions. I could get 2 Qs off before she Ws again. But maybe not like health-wise.
It's a tricky one, right? She's running Ignite. Right? She will just kill you at level 2 from 40% of your HP bar. So even if she's at 30, you still die.
Okay.
Right? That's kind of the idea behind LeBlanc. And that's why into LeBlanc, what I do is I sometimes start with E level 1 instead of Q. You can start Q, but in that case, you need to...
1.
Yeah, because she's going to W at your face. And then you can just E to counter it. Because you can...
Does the damage not go through then?
No, it doesn't.
If you time it.
If you time it. That's right. She gets displayed. Another thing you can do is take bone plating, right? You took it last game. You should take it every game versus LeBlanc because LeBlanc's W cooldown is 15 seconds. So every time she wants to get close to you, she needs to use a W because otherwise she will never be in range. So you can deny with bone plating 55 seconds and your W and her W being 15 seconds. In the early game, you can deny 1 out of her 4 out of her trades, which is insane. I also take Aerie versus LeBlanc because you know what happens with Comet? She fucking dodges that shit because she has too many dashes.
So you go... Wait, you don't go first strike?
Into LeBlanc?
Is that too greedy?
Too greedy. You need the lane power. Because if you go even, remember, you win.
Okay.
And it's all about using your spells in such a way that she can't get close to you. So it's like reactive usage. So truthfully, I don't think your lanes have been bad today. Okay? From what I watch here in these vaults is your lanes have not been bad, right? I think that you have some right IDs. There's a lot to gain in regards to like some specific concepts with how you can get a little bit more lane control, how you can bait out spells, how you can like use these means to a little bit of a better spot, how you position in the lane, all things that we can like work on, right? But from what I see thus far is that like there's not a big problem. You're not currently like getting destroyed in any type of way, okay? So one thing that I'm going to recommend to you is that I want you to look at the advanced laning guide that we have in the MLA here.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I was going to get to it today.
Fantastic. Check that out. If you have any questions, send me a DM. That's totally fine. And what I want you to just focus on is the creating of trading windows. Okay. You'll understand what it means whenever you watch the guide. It's the creation of trading windows. And that is just going to be specifically looking at your minions, how you can set them up in such a way that you can hit the enemies while they're busy last hitting. And you can then, that's like the baseline of trading. All right. That is not easy. That's going to take a lot of your mental energy. That's fucking hard. You might already have a baseline understanding of how to do it, but it's very challenging to do. So that's going to be your project for the next 3 weeks, where you just focus purely on that in the lane. Okay?
Yep.
What I want you to do is, if you ever take a bad trade, or you get chunked by the enemies, or you lose lane control in the review, figure that out, right? See it as a puzzle. Go back, use that as a benchmark, figure out, okay, why did I lose lane control? How could I have used my spells, or how could I have managed the wave in a different way that allowed me to prevent this situation from happening? Okay?
Okay. I like it.
Very good. And what I reckon that we do is in 3 weeks, just bring me a normal vault, right? we can then just take a look at just 1 volt. We'll also take a look at your lane. We'll also take a look at all the rest of your gameplay, and just take a look if laning is really the thing that we got to start with. Maybe there's some other stuff that we got to break down.
Okay.
Okay?
I like it. Thank you so much.
No problem at all, dude. Keep me updated, all right? Oh, there's one more thing. That was the thing I wanted to send you. I'm going to send you 2 videos. Any other questions for me, mate?
No, I think I have a clear path now. Thank you so much.
Amazing, man. No problem at all. Keep me updated. Good luck in games.
Yep. Thank you.
Fantastic.